Welcome to the Family Planning Market Analyzer. The FP Market Analyzer is a web-based tool to explore the family planning market and examine implications of market shifts. Several data sources are used in this tool, including DHS surveys, FP 2020's projections of MCPR, UN Population Division's projections of the number of women of reproductive age, and World Bank poverty headcount data. The site can be found here at fpmarketanalyzer.org. We've prepared 3 instructional videos to help one navigate through the FP Market Analyzer. The first looks at understanding the current FP market. The second explores scenarios of market changes. And the third is examining key population segments. So we'll go right to the website. So here's the website. To orient you to the website, you can see that we have this panel on the left, which is how one navigates the site. So the first thing one can do is select the country that they're interested in. At present, there are 58 countries represented in the tool. I'm going to choose Senegal. And next you can see the different drop-down menus so you can select how you want to navigate the tool. So today we're going to look at the current national landscape. So we'll select this and click on what is the current situation. And then the resulting graphs are found on the right. You can see here we start with modern contraceptive prevalence among all women from 2012 to 2020. So in note about the graphs, you can hover over them to get more detailed information, and they can also be downloaded as PDFs, PNGs, or CSV files. When you scroll down, you get a sense of what methods and source women in Senegal are using for family planning. So you can see in terms of the source mix, it's predominantly public, 12% under the private sector and 1% other. And you can see here in the method mix that the most common methods are injections, followed by implants and pills. And again, you can see the breakdown in public versus private. So you can see a larger degree of private sector among pills and condoms. If you want more details about the source mix, it's broken out further. And then we get into explaining the difference between users and visits and how both are represented in the tool. This is important from a family planning market perspective because you want to think about how many FP users you have, but also in terms of your capacity to serve them, how many visits they will need. And you can see here, of course, the long-acting family planning methods, IUD and implants, have fewer visits per user. So comparing injections, where you have 263,000 users and over 1 million visits in 2020. For implants, you have 218,000 users, but only 57,000 visits. So this distinction is important, and this tool looks at both of these factors. You can also see how the public-private split is impacted by whether or not you're looking at users or visits. We can also see how many FP visits are made by women using contraception, with many more in the public sector versus private sector. And finally, we can look at how many more women will be using contraception in 2023 and what this means in terms of both users and visits. So you can see large changes in the public sector, especially for changes in visits. And this is really the status quo situation where nothing will be changing in terms of method mix or source mix as we look into the next few years. However, our next video will look at exploring policy scenarios where source mix or method mix change and what those implications are. So thank you for watching. For questions, you can contact us at fpmarketanalyzer@avaneerhealth.org.